Alright, welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 482. Despite the last episode will be back in 3 weeks, that does not mean I'm going to stop reviewing Gozyuger. The break was basically for Boom Bonger. Well, basically, because I forgot last week, I'm reviewing 2 episodes today. Episodes 31 and 32 of Number 1 Sentai! Gozyuger! And the name of the episodes are I Am Tyranno, The Will to Save the World, and A Sudden Breakup, a big fight between knife and cake. So here's what happens. They miss basically Reed, the former Tyranno Ranger. So of course basically they visit the hospital because of course Taka basically has got himself food poisoning. Excuse me, Tano. Yes, Tano. Yeah, where he pretty much basically, he gets food poisoning, go to the hospital, and just by sheer coincidence, yes, just by sheer coincidence, they happen to go to Begami Hospital. Yep. Interesting that basically they did that. Yeah, where he is basically a doctor now. They did mention he was the heir to the family. Oh yeah, and he's a puppet. Apparently he hasn't really forgotten basically that he was a Gozyuger. He just chooses probably not to do it. And I mean, while this is going on, basically after his father talks to him, then all of a sudden he gets possessed by basically the whole thing being number 1 doctor. His father's name is Ryoto Biyami. And apparently, we get a live revelation in this episode. Rita just randomly shows up. Apparently, he used to be a doctor at this hospital. And apparently, his career went down the tube just because he got injured. Though they later revealed in the next episode he actually got stabbed. Yeah, he got freaking stabbed in some alleyway while walking with, of course, Byakuya. And that's what killed his career as a doctor. This one stab wound. And I'm kind of like, that's freaking stupid. Oh yeah, and the fact that this guy, after being convinced, the fact that he's got his Tyranno ring, so basically he tells the Tyranno ring to come back to him because he's his master, and he accepts him, no problem. And Ryu just leaves. And of course, basically, when she sees like gray-eyed. Yeah, and then of course, basically, Byakuya does tell her next episode that he's one kidnapper, that Rhea basically kidnapped her sister because she had the power of the Sentai rings for some reason. Not very clear. Also, I should point out though, the Badoon are regular characters. They're actually absent for 31, which is something. Like in the case of like Fire Candle, for example. Yeah, Fire Candle's not here, which is interesting. The fact that he is not here in this episode. Yeah, this is probably. Let's see here. So for Fire Candle, this actually 31 is the first episode he's missed. Let's see, his last episode he missed was actually 29. So far, out of 32 episodes that aired, he has missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is only the 11th episode he's missed. Heck, even Banquet herself. Even Banco herself was absent in this episode, and she didn't appear very much at all. I mean, I thought it was interesting the fact that we had these people just... Yeah, and it's something though. Taiga Jun, the main villain of the show, and yet she's not in the episode. You're like, what? Yeah, she is absent. The thing is, she's been absent since episode 28 of the show. And the reason? Don't know why. So, of course, he gets his ring back. Guy gets away. He gets his father out of the thing. He doesn't talk to his daughter. He just resigns him off screen. And he resumes his duties as manager of the Half Century Cafe. And he apparently wants basically become the team's doctor. Because he is doctor. But there's not really much else to say about that episode. And in the case of 32, I kind of explained basically what happened at the beginning. So, then of course, basically, Seko basically went to shoreline and just happens to run into... By the way, in 32, we get a lot more plot development here. Of one thing, first episode of a while, with no new monster. Yes, for Badoon monsters, like, you're probably thinking, like, what was the last episode to not feature a Badoon monster? Well, they had one in 30. Yes, they did. Like, prior to the Doctor one, the last one, let's see. Like, how long had it been since they not featured a monster? Let's see. So it looks like the last time they did not feature a monster was actually episode 28 of the show. You're thinking, really? 28 was the most recent time that they actually had an episode where it's no monster? Yeah, no monster. Interesting. Yeah, and then pretty much basically you have it where, like, you have Seiko basically fighting him, and then most of the Gozyugers show up, except for Gigi and Kano. They're all fighting him, and then it's revealed that in this episode that Ri is actually being possessed by... And I saw this, I'm like, really? They're bringing this back? Okay. So his name is Bedlam of War. And apparently he's one of the remains of the Calamity. You know, the thing that kicked off the war part of events of the show? Yeah, apparently he's a remnant of that. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And of course they had to get away. And apparently... So, and then the whole thing, there's also a subplot with Shining Knife and Sweet Cake, where they try to get divorced, but... And then that apparently turned their own love story. They apparently reconciled. And then he is revealed, oh, he's actually a soldier of the Calamity. So he murders his wife and goes giant size, and Gigi beats him. And then he gets returned back normal. Then he's shocked at the fact that his wife is dead. And presumably he remembers the fact he murdered his own wife. I'm like, okay, wow, that is something, the fact he killed his own wife. Yeah, maybe that'll be something for next episode. But really good here. And, of course, basically, well, yeah, at this point, yes, we are technically caught up with the series. Until, like, next week, of course. I mean, with the main episodes, well, either it's going to be 17 or 18 episodes left to go for the whole show. Who knows? Yep, so yeah, let's put the to review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. Next up we have is, well, a little more One Piece, okay? Thanks, you. Bye.